Romeo Acop.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Magandang hapon po sa atin lahat. Iksihan na lang po natin. May I know from the DNR, how much of the funds for natural resources management arrangement or agreement and permit issuance and operations against illegal environment resource activities amounting to 1.72 billion was allotted to Region 4A of your department?
Madam Secretary.
This is for 2023.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, we are looking now for the total amount, and I will turn over to Yusek Mitch Kuna and Yusek Anate for these details.
While waiting, Mr. Chair, I would ask the next question.
Yes, you may proceed, Congressman Acop.
Thank you. How much of the funds for protected area development and management amounting to 1.85 billion was allotted to Region 4A?
Please respond, Madam Secretary.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. We are now obtaining the figures from Region 4A.
And the third question, Mr. Chair, is that how much of the amount of 1.55 billion allotted for development, updating, and implementation of the operational plan for the Manila Bay Coastal Management Strategy pursuant to a Supreme Court decision was allotted to Region 4A?
Yes, Madam Secretary.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. On the previous question, the earlier question, I'll turn over to Yusek Anate, and for the second question, to Yusek Jonas Leones for that.
Yusek Anate is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For 2023, the Region 4A, under its Forest Watershed and Management Sub-Program, has allocated 200.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congressman Acop.
I would just like to request them to submit kasi napakarami pa may DOE pa tayo.
Yes, Congressman Acop.
Thank you. I asked this question, Madam Secretary, because it is related to the issues and concerns pertaining my district, the 2nd district of the city of Antipolo. Kasi nandun po yung Upper Marikina Watershed area and other protected areas under the jurisdiction of the ENR. And marami po kayong pinatayong small water impounding system doon sa mga source of water flowing down to Marikina River, which causes flooding. As a matter of fact, during the time of former Secretary Singson of DPWH, we requested that this small water impounding system would be constructed and a dam be constructed sa San Mateo or Rodriguez, known as Montalban before, para ma-abate yung fast flowing of water to the Marikina River and thereby delaying yung flooding doon sa mga lowland areas. Kasi yung asawa ni Congresswoman Stella Kimbo, palaging sinisisi ako, kayo ang nagpa-flood dito sa amin eh. O, tingnan mo, the good Congresswoman does not deny it. So ako naman ang tinatamaan. So yun po yung problema namin doon na, Madam, yung Upper Marikina Watershed area, napakarami na pong tao. And this is under the jurisdiction of the DENR. Wala pong nangyari. Yung first time ko na maupo rito is in 2010. Parami naman yung mga tao doon eh. Hindi po naman po nababawasan. As a matter of fact, there's already a barangay doon po sa pinakatuktok ng watershed area. Kaya yun po yung problema. The other problem is there are other protected areas but pursuant to previous presidential proclamations, nawala na po. However, because of the program of DNR sa stewardship contract, dumami po yung tao, informal settlers, doon po sa jurisdiction ng DNR. So yun po yung aming concern, Madam Secretary, Mr. Chair. And the other one is, ito, gusto kong malaman din kung magkano po ang amount nung mga sweldo ng mga unfilled positions para makita natin kung, alam nyo, kung napakalaki po nito, siguro dapat ilipat na po natin sa ibang programs kasi nasasayang. You have in 2022, 3,470 unfilled positions. 2023, 3,550. This would, I think, be a big amount insofar as their salaries and allowances are concerned. Yun po yung, mas maganda siguro kung sabihin natin kung irrelevant na itong mga positions na ito or what, para mailagay sa ibang programa.
Congressman Marcoleta.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's been a long day, isn't it, Madam Secretary? Huwag mo nang i-discount yun, Chair, kasi tinanong ko lang naman para... Kasi kaninang umaga pa siya ako, nandito, bumalik na lang po ako eh. It will be a very short questioning, Madam Chair, depending on the kind of answer that you will give. The duties of the Mines and Geosciences Bureau were defined in our Philippine Mining Act of 1995. Basically, it's about the administration and disposition of our mineral resources. Tama po, Madam Chair.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Honorable Congressman, yes.
I noted po kasi since May of this year, correct me if I'm wrong, but there are about 3,000 applications languishing in the office of the MGB, Madam Chair. Why is that?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would turn over to Director Uyking, Attorney Uyking, to please respond in detail to the Honorable Congressman.
Thank you, Mrs. Chair. Your Honors, the pending application in the MGB are due to several factors po, as far as their compliances are concerned, coming from the proponent itself and all those other supporting documents from other government agencies.
You are saying, sir, that the applicants are responsible in the delay of their applications?
If their submissions po are incomplete, Your Honor, we cannot proceed with the processing of each of the applications concerned.
All the 3,000 pending applications have incomplete papers?
On different stages po of the processing, Your Honor. So,
kasi po, Madam Chair, 3,000 pending applications ang sinasabi natin. So that is not quite good in relation to your duty as administrator of our natural resources or mineral resources. 3,000 po, hindi 300. So meron po kaming pinasang batas na para mapadali po natin yung ating trabaho. Unless you're able to make a good explanation, I'll stop here.
Yes, Your Honor, I will try to check as to the exact number of pending applications. Your Honor,
so you do not believe this representation that as of May, I've seen some 3,000 pending applications?
Your Honor, we'll try to check on that to determine each of the status of the applications for pending in our office, Your Honor.
You are not helping me. By checking it or resolving the problem? No.
If we will know the details, Your Honor, of the applications pending, then we will be able to determine as
You
to
don't even know the details. Ang sinasabi po ninyo kasi kulang-kulang yung documents. Are you sure about that? What if I am going to, I'm able to show to you applications na kumpleto pero hindi nyo talaga in-actionan? What happens?
if the documents are complete for supporting the application.
Yes,
then
sir.
we
They
will
are complete.
We'll proceed po with the processing, Your Honor.
So may I take your word for it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Madam Secretary, yung pong ating Philippine Mining Act of 1995, doon po sa Declaration of Policy, says that parang ang sinasabi ron, all mineral resources, either public or private lands in our land territory as well as in our exclusive economic zones are properties of the state. And the state is responsible in promoting their rational utilization, conservation, development, exploration, etc., etc. Tama po? Since this morning, Madam Chair, all questions have been asked on our land territory. No questions about our exclusive economic zone. So the first question is, how much of your budget is devoted to the mineral resources in our exclusive economic zone? The exclusive economic zone is now defined as the West Philippine Sea. So ano po yung mga initiatives na nagawa o gagawin ng DNR in relation to the utilization, preservation, exploitation, development, and conservation of our mineral resources in that area?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Congressman, to be quite frank with you, we do not have the budget to actually account for, explore, and monitor the utilization of our mineral resources in our exclusive economic zone.
Sorry to hear that, Madam Chair, because this morning you made mention about the West Philippine Sea in your presentation. So what is that?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll turn over to Yusek Anate, who is on our task force for the West Philippine Sea. Our involvement there has been largely in the area of biodiversity management, specifically the ecology of our fisheries, our coral reefs, and our seagrasses in these specific areas. We have not been involved in any type of mineral resources development and planning in these areas. I'll turn over now, with the indulgence of the chair, to Yusek Anati to give a brief overview of our participation in the Task Force West Philippine Sea.
Okay, before Yusek answers, Congressman Marcoleta, you still have one more question. Yung mahiwagang tunog, tumunog na kanina.
Wala na po akong question. Gusto ko lang marinig ko na po kasi talaga pong West Philippine Sea ang sinabi nila kaninang umaga. Gusto ko lang malaman kung talagang meron tayong initiative about, exploring, conserving, developing. Nakasulat po kasi sa declared policy. So kung wala po yan since 1995, ano na po tayo ngayon, 2023, there is a clear violation of the declared policy of the law. Nakalagay po sa batas even the entire exclusive economic zone. Ilang milyong square kilometers kaya po? Siguro baka...
Mr. Chair, 2,200,000 square
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much for that information. So, 2 million plus square kilometers of our exclusive economic zone. Wala tayong budget doon, madam, as you have already admitted?
We do not have a budget for the minerals aspect of the exclusive economic zone. We do have a budget for biodiversity management of certain areas only in the West Philippine Sea.
So
If I may-
the declared principle remains to be a noble aspiration as written in our law.
Indeed,
Pero talagang wala pong nangyayari as of today.
Indeed, Mr. Chair, I agree with you fully with the Honorable Congressman. Again, I wish to reiterate our plea for additional funding to be able to even just explore mineral resources on land. This has not been funded for many years. We have just now been able to access very minimal funding for exploration and research of mineral resources on land. Wala pa po tayo in terms of offshore. And if I may turn over to Yusek Ana to respond to our participation in the task force in general.
Isek there.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Madam Chair, basically the involvement of the DNR in the West Philippine Sea is for the conduct of marine scientific research, Mr. Chair. We need to assess the biodiversity resources there so that we will be able to know how to manage those resources. We have also formulated our management plan for Pag-asa Island and the Kalayaan Island Group. As a result of the marine scientific research we have conducted, we have actually proposed for a declaration of marine protected area in those two islands. And then we have also established a marine research station in the area, although very small, and we hope to expand that. So basically, Mr. Chair, it's on marine environmental protection that the DNR provides its intervention.
Madam Chair, if I may add.
Yes, please.
So I wish to reiterate on the basis of Honorable Congressman's statement on the concern for the West Philippine Sea. We have several biogeographic regions in terms of our waters. It is the aspiration of the DNR, and we've expressed this to some of our sponsors, that we be able to establish marine scientific stations in 6 areas in the country's different biogeographic regions in order for us to begin to observe, understand, identify, and value our marine resources. And we hope to be able to submit that proposal for additional funding for consideration of this august body before the plenary. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, hindi naman po kasi research lang ang sinasabi ng declared policy. I'm sorry, Madam, but it talks about exploration, utilization, development. Napaka-importante po noon para sa ating bansa yun. Maybe kung meron na po kayong budget, kasi naman ang ating Supreme Court, Madam Chair, meron na nakikipag-tie up sa atin ng mga bansa kasi para explore naman natin yung West Philippine Sea. Sabi naman ng Supreme Court, unconstitutional daw. Paano yung ginawa nating declared policy na kailangang ma-develop ngayon, ma-conserve, ma-utilize ang ating mineral resources? Wala namang budget ang DNR. Ito nga sa land territory lang, nagkakaproblema, walang inuming tubig sa Pangasinan pa lang. Ngayon ko lang narinig. Nangangati pala si Kong Mark. Paano naman, mabuti lang yung nangangati. Paano yung inumin? Pagkatapos West Philippine Sea pa. Naku po. Salamat po, Madam Chair.